Have you ever wondered how airports prevent bird strikes? Well, it starts with a bang, quite literally. Now, you might be thinking, firecrackers? At an airport? It's true. The use of firecrackers on airport runways has a long, if not exactly celebrated history. These small but mighty devices have been employed as a part of airport bird control measures for some time. The loud bang and bright flash of light they produce can scare off birds, helping prevent potentially hazardous collisions between aircraft and avian populations. Airports, particularly those in locations where other bird deterrent methods like ultrasonic devices are not available or haven't been implemented, have often relied on firecrackers to keep their runways clear. These ultrasonic gadgets generate waves that are inaudible to human ears but can irritate birds, effectively keeping them away from runways. But in the absence of such advanced technology, firecrackers have been the go-to solution. However, like any tool, firecrackers come with their own set of challenges. There have been several instances where the use of firecrackers has led to unintended consequences, such as sparking fires on runways. Chennai Airport, for instance, experienced a fire that spread close to a taxiway due to firecrackers used for scaring birds. Thankfully, the airport fire service managed to extinguish the fire promptly, averting a potential disaster. Despite the risks, firecrackers are still used today in some parts of the world, such as at Madurai Airport in India. Here, airport staff set off fireworks at the far end of the runway as planes prepare for takeoff or landing. This process, while considered archaic and unsafe by some, is still seen as a necessary measure to deter birds and animals from operational areas. So, while the use of firecrackers on airport runways may seem like a relic from a bygone era, it's a practice that continues to be a part of modern airport operations in certain places. The actual process of using firecrackers is carefully managed to ensure the safety of all involved. While this method may seem archaic, it's still in use today in some parts of the world. But why? Let's delve into that in our next segment. In places where technology is readily available, airports have moved on to using more advanced methods. As birds pose a significant threat to aircraft, airports have adopted innovative approaches to deter these feathered foes. One such method is the use of ultrasonic devices. These gadgets generate waves that are inaudible to the human ear, but can be quite irritating to birds, thus keeping them away from runways. But why the switch from firecrackers to ultrasonics, you might ask? Well, while firecrackers have been an integral part of airport bird control measures for a while, they do come with their fair share of challenges. First off, there's the inherent risk of igniting fires on runways. Yes, you heard that right. Firecrackers, as their name suggests, involve fire, and when set off in areas with dry grass, they can inadvertently start a blaze. To illustrate this point, let's take a trip to Chennai Airport. There was an incident where a fire spread close to a taxiway due to the use of firecrackers for scaring birds away. Thankfully, the airport fire service managed to extinguish the fire promptly, but the incident served as a stark reminder of the potential risks involved in using firecrackers on runways. Despite these risks, some airports continue to use firecrackers. But how do they manage this risky business? Well, airports that still employ this method have to ensure that the firecrackers pose no risk to aircraft operations or cause fires on the airport premises. The timing of the firecracker use is usually coordinated with flight schedules to minimize any potential interference with aircraft movements. Take, for instance, Madurai Airport in India, where airport staff set off fireworks at the far end of the runway as planes prepare for takeoff or landing. This method, while considered archaic and unsafe by some experts, continues to be used as a bird deterrent, highlighting the complexity of the situation and the ongoing search for safer, more effective solutions. So, while the use of firecrackers remains a part of airport bird control measures in some parts of the world, it is clear that the search for safer and more advanced methods continues. Despite these risks, some airports continue to use firecrackers. But how do they manage this risky business? Stay tuned to find out. For airports that continue to use firecrackers, careful management is key. The use of firecrackers on runways is a well-choreographed process, designed to minimize interference with aircraft movements. Timing is everything in this dance of aviation and avian deterrence. To ensure that flight operations run smoothly, the use of firecrackers is typically scheduled around aircraft takeoffs and landings. This is a crucial step, as an untimely firecracker could not only scare away birds, but also disrupt an aircraft in motion, leading to potential safety hazards. But the coordination doesn't end there. The location where the firecrackers are ignited plays a significant role in this process. Airport staff usually set off the fireworks at the far end of the runway, away from the immediate operational areas. This strategic positioning ensures that birds are scared away from the runway, without the firecrackers posing a direct risk to the aircraft. However, while firecrackers can effectively scare away birds, they also carry an inherent risk of fire, especially in areas with dry grass. To mitigate this risk, airports have stringent safety measures in place. For example, regular checks are conducted to ensure that the runway and surrounding areas are free from dry, flammable material. In addition, airport fire services are always on standby, ready to respond at a moment's notice should a fire break out. Moreover, airports that continue to use firecrackers are also exploring safer alternatives. Firecracker designs with reduced fire risk are being tested, and some airports are even experimenting with non-explosive bird deterrents, such as lasers or trained birds of prey. Despite the challenges, firecrackers remain a vital tool for some airports in their ongoing battle against bird strikes. The key lies in meticulous planning, strict safety protocols, and continuous innovation to ensure that this age-old method can coexist with modern aviation practices. So, while firecrackers may seem like an outdated solution, they still play a crucial role in some airports today. Looking to the future, what lies ahead for bird control in airports? As we navigate through the 21st century, the need for a safer, more efficient means of bird control in airports becomes ever more pressing. The use of firecrackers, while effective to a degree, is seen by many as a relic of the past, potentially hazardous, and not in sync with the technology-driven world we live in. A shift towards modern, scientifically proven methods of bird control is beginning to take place. Ultrasonic devices, which emit sound frequencies inaudible to the human ear, but discomforting to birds, are gaining traction. These gadgets are not only effective at deterring birds, but also pose no fire risk or potential harm to airport operations. They are silent to human ears, causing no disturbance to passengers or staff. Yet the adoption of such technology is not without its challenges. It requires significant investment in staff training, and the effectiveness can vary depending on the species of birds and their adaptability to the ultrasonic frequencies. However, as technology evolves, these challenges are likely to be overcome, making ultrasonic devices a viable and safer alternative to firecrackers. But technology is just part of the solution. There's a growing consensus among experts that a litter-free environment around airports could significantly reduce the attraction for birds. By minimizing waste and ensuring clean surroundings, airports can naturally discourage birds from nesting or foraging in the area, thus reducing the risk of bird strikes. This approach not only addresses the bird strike issue, but also contributes to the broader goal of sustainable and environmentally friendly airport operations. It's a win-win situation that more airports are expected to adopt in the future. As we move forward into the future, we can anticipate a shift from reactive methods like firecrackers to more proactive, sustainable solutions. Combining technology with environmental stewardship, airports can effectively manage bird populations, ensuring safer skies for all. As technology progresses, we may see even more innovative solutions to prevent bird strikes. This is not just about bird control, it's about shaping a future where humans and birds can coexist in harmony, even in the bustling environment of an airport. So, have we answered your question about how airports prevent bird strikes? We've journeyed through the history of using firecrackers at airports, a practice as old as aviation itself, primarily used to scare away birds and prevent bird strikes. In places where modern technologies like ultrasonic devices aren't available or haven't been implemented, the trusty firecracker has been the go-to solution. It's a testament to the resourcefulness of human innovation in the face of challenges. We've also explored the modern alternatives to firecrackers. These include ultrasonic gadgets that generate waves, inaudible to human ears but irksome to birds, keeping them at bay. These advancements offer a glimpse into a future where airport runways might not need to rely on firecrackers for bird control. But as we've seen, the use of firecrackers isn't without its problems. Unintended consequences can arise, such as fires caused by the ignition of dry grass on runways. The incident at Chennai Airport serves as a stark reminder of the potential risks involved, even though the airport fire service managed to extinguish the fire promptly. In the present day, some airports, like Madurai Airport in India, continue to use firecrackers. The process involves setting off fireworks at the far end of the runway as planes prepare for takeoff or landing. While some experts consider this method archaic and unsafe, it's a practice that continues due to a lack of better alternatives in certain regions. However, the use of firecrackers on runways is carefully managed for safety reasons. Airports must ensure that the firecrackers do not pose a risk to aircraft operations or cause fires on the premises. The timing of the firecracker use is usually coordinated with flight schedules to minimize potential interference with aircraft movements. Looking to the future, the quest for a safer, more effective means of bird control continues. Whether that involves more advanced technologies or a more environmentally friendly approach remains to be seen. Remember to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this video, and keep watching for more interesting insights into the world of aviation.